Trying to get this light. The more light you have, the better your video look with more light. My light seems like it ain't close enough. That's why I'm used to having the light right there at me. But it's not right there at me anymore. I can't block the light. I wonder if I put it beside me. Would that help? But anyway, I'm just gonna talk for a little bit. It's supposed to be volume. There's that light. I wonder if I take this off, will I have a little bit more light? Shine it down towards me. Hi, Ruby Jams. I'm trying to adjust my light. It just seemed dark in here to me. I finally made it. I think my mom was sleeping now, so I said, good, now I got times. Hello, 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 my friend. How are you today? Since this morning, how's your day been? Okay, thank you, thank you. I've been distributing food. I've been playing the Good Samaritan. And then I came home and tried to watch some of my British crime TV. And guess who calls? My daughter. She wants to talk. She needs to vent. I'm like, are you in America or are you in Jamaica? Well, we're in Jamaica, but he's doing this and he's doing that. And I'm like, oh, husband blues. I said, okay, go ahead and talk, but I can't be a counselor. But I'll listen. You need to talk. I'll listen. So I'm so glad I don't have to go through that. Hi, Evelyn. Hey, Evelyn. Evelyn's from Kenya, Ruby. Yes, that's Finding Ian's cousin. Hey, Evelyn. What's up, girl? How have you been? I hope everybody's okay. Michelle and the kids and grandma, grandpa. And I've been seeing Ian putting the towels down in the veranda. Oh, his house is coming along good. Hello, Bud Files. Hello, MTN Man 505. Hey. And this is Tamate Leo Galia. Hi. Your name, Tam, for sure. Hi, Tam. Thanks for telling me that. Welcome, Tam. Thank you. And thanks for coming, guys. Thank you for the invites. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you all for just coming by saying, hi, Miss Ruby. Hey, thank you all. Can you have a shout out? You sure can. NYC Unks. Welcome to the house, NYC. That's New York City. Wow, right here in good old of America, US of A. Welcome. Hi, Evelyn is saying hi, everybody. My God bless you too, Tam. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming by to say hi, Evelyn. I know Ian is doing, girl, his house is beautiful. His house is amazing. He's got white towels on the floors and the green walls. And have you seen his lamps? I know you've seen his house. People here are talking about Finding Ian's house. His house is amazing. And he's so young, building his own home. It's amazing. It's amazing. The average home builder guy in America, they're like 35 and 40 before they even buy a house. And to build your own house in your early 20s, that's amazing to America. That's fascinating. But now we know it can be done. They do it in Africa. They can do it in America. But these guys over here, they finish college. They like to explore, date, travel. And then when they're close to like 35 and 40, they get married. They build a house or they buy a house and they settle down. But Ian, he's starting out young. But see, I think Ian is doing good. Hi, Michelle. Mitchell. Hi, Mitchell. Oh, thank you, Tam. May Heavenly God bless you too, and all of you all. But I'm just fascinated with finding Ian because this guy, this young man, Ruby, is about 24 years old. He has bought land, finished college in journalism, and has built a house. And it's almost complete. I mean, he got the sewage line, the electricity. He's got the walls painted. He's got the inside toilet, shower, everything. I mean, most people that I know, they have the outside shower, outside toilet. He got his on the inside. He has an outside one too. He's got 3 bedrooms, a sitting room, a kitchen, a bathroom. How many 24 years old in America does that? I can't think of any. If there are, they're not here in Charlotte. They may be somewhere else, but not here. Not in North Carolina. Not that I know of. They're usually around 35 or older. But at that age, fresh out of college, a lot of guys here in America, they travel. And they start their career. And they work for a while. And then they buy homes, cars, they buy a boat. So they can take their family, enjoy their families. But a lot of them do not start that early. They don't build a house. They don't want a house. That they live in apartments. What's your biggest dream ever? Mine, living happy life. Right. Right, Evelyn. I mean, ain't nothing like living on with family anyway. They got a farm, cows, chickens, and you got little brothers and sisters and cousins. You got relatives. That's the life. But you want your own place, your own spot. And that's what Ian did, your cousin. He got his own spot, his own place. And he told me once he get his house built, he wants to go to UK. He wants to travel. He's got his passport, I know that. But Tam, my biggest dream ever is to travel the world. I want to just travel the world. I want to go all over the world. I've been a lot of places here in America, but I want to go across the sea. I've been to Jamaica, but I want to go further. I want to go to Africa. I want to go to London. I want to go to Egypt. I want to go to Israel. I want to go to Aruba. I want to go visit my old ancestors in Guyana. I want to go to Dubai. I want to see China, Japan. You know, I want to go to I want to go to New Zealand. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Switzerland. If I just go stay 5 days in each country, fine with me. And I haven't been to the Philippines. I know people that's been to those countries. I want to go. And I love Jamaica. It's just hot. But when I went to Jamaica, and I went to the little ghetto part called Kingston, those people were so friendly to Miss Ruby. They called me Mama, Grandmama. They opened the door for you. You okay, Mama? I'm fine. I'm sitting on the beach, fanning, got an umbrella. You okay, Mama? They have cold drinks up there. Go up there and get... I went and got me a tall, cold glass of ice lemonade with ice in it. Boy, did that help. But it's so hot. But they have like shade areas around the beaches in Jamaica. And if you want to get in the water, you can go where the waterfall is. But it be so many young people. Now, you know, Grandma ain't going out there with all them young people get hit in the top of the head. No, you dive down on me. No. I sit on the edge and put my feet in the water, and that's it. That's it. Evelyn, you got your passport. You can travel too. When Ian get ready to go, you can go too. That's one thing about people in Africa. They like to travel. They want to leave Africa and go to other countries. People in America want to leave America and go to Africa. Isn't that something? We want to go to Africa. We want to see it. I want to see the village. I want to see village life. I want to see the wild, real wild animals from Africa. I want to go to London. I want to see the big, tall clocks on the big buildings in London. I want to see with my own eyes. It'll be a thrill of your life. You'll never forget. And you can always tell your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, this is what Grandma has seen. This is where I have been. And when you graduate from college, save your money, travel. And then come back home, build your house or buy your house and settle down. But first, enjoy your career, enjoy your life, travel. Just go see what the other side of this planet looks like. It'll give you a thrill. And one thing people need to do, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to go see what it's like to spend the night in the desert. That's why I want to go to Egypt. They said the desert does something to you. And when you leave the desert, you're never the same. It's like it drains all your stress from you, the desert. Like going to the beach, you watch the waves come in and go out. It just helps relieve stress. Especially if you work a lot and you take care of people all the time like I do. All the time when I'm not working, I'm trying to take care of somebody because I can't just sit still and knowing somebody needs some help. I got it. I don't have the finances because I just bought my own house, but I can pick up my body and I can go somewhere and get some food or some clothes or some shoes or wherever stuff is being donated. And I go pick it up, haul it in my car, and take it to the families in need. I've done a day's work when I've done that. And I'm happy at the end of the day. You also want to go to Egypt? Yes, I'm back, gamer. I'm glad you was able to come back. I know, I want to see the pyramids. I can't wait. One of these days, and it might be next year, I'm going to Egypt. I'm going to Egypt. I'm definitely going to Egypt. I want to see the pyramids. There's something magical about those pyramids. And something is drawing me because I just want to see a real pharaoh's grave, a tomb, and I want to see the pyramids. I don't necessarily want to go inside. I just want to see it. And I know they're real and they do exist. Because they're always flashing them on TV here in America. We have scientists from America that's over there now. They say they're like 1,000 feet under the earth, exploring tombs. They say there are scientists over there from Russia, from Germany, from New Zealand, from Switzerland, from Ireland, from China. These are scientists, and they're exploring. And they say they're finding all kinds of artifacts. Oh, okay. In 2 years, okay. If I'm not already over there. My cousin is building an Airbnb in Jamaica right now as we speak, in Portsmouth. Now, if she asks me to come over there and help run it when the customers come in, oh, I'm gone. I'll be in touch with Ruby Gems, but I'll probably be living in Portsmouth, Jamaica in 2 years. I can at least help her for the first 10 years. And once her business start coming in, and then I'm going to come on back to America. So, but I promised her that I would help her run her Airbnb because I've seen how they run. You know, you put up all your prices and then you check on everybody. And then afterwards, you have to have a housekeeper to go in there and clean and make sure everything is up to standards. They don't have state come in and check your stuff, but you want everything clean because you don't want bugs. You don't want disease. You don't want germs. So you have to clean after everybody leaves. Everything has to be clean, and you want white sheets. And you want nets because of the mosquitoes. And you always want to have something around, like something for malaria. You will always want to have that type of medicine around. And you want your own wet bar for your customers. Who is that? Kay! Hey, Kay Reese. Thank you for coming. We'll keep that up, Nakasha Gamer. We'll keep that up for 2 years. Thanks for coming, Kay Reese. Hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know how to run an Airbnb, a business, a hotel. I got cousins that run their own hotels here in America. I've been around them. I know how to run a business. So that's why I want to go help my cousin run her Airbnb when she get finished in Portland, Jamaica. I might not have to stay that long, but when she first gets started, when she opened up, I told her I would come. So you know I got to take a leave of absence from my job. My supervisor's from Jamaica. She done already told me, Ruby, go. So when I come back, I'll still have a job. And she's got 5 group homes here in Greensboro. So she's got 5 down there in Charlotte. So I guess I can work at either one. Yeah. But I know for a fact in 2 years, my little tiny house will be in Charlotte. I already know that. So I already got my own little space. And that's another video. But thanks for coming back, Kay Reese. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Yeah, I've been busy with my little house. And we're praying that you get your house for you and your kids. And just staying busy. Just today I went out and did some community service work. Helped pass out some food to people that need it. And next weekend I gotta go again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you too. Yeah, you gotta keep clean, keep the health safe. Now you do have safety people to come by and check out your Airbnb for health reasons. They come out and check it out, make sure everything is clean. Because they don't want people coming from other countries to Jamaica and then get sick. And then go back to their country and say, oh, we got sick in Jamaica. That's bad business. So you have to keep everything clean. And you want to make it affordable, where people can come and enjoy a vacation with their families. And they don't have to pay $1,000 a week. You know, rich people is not going to come to no place like that anyway. They're going to go to a hotel or a resort if they're going to spend that kind of money. Nobody's going to spend that kind of money at an Airbnb. $300 to $500 is sufficient. And then charge for the dinner, lunch, snack, and breakfast. And then you always want to have excursions. You want to take them to the waterfall. You want to take them to the beach. Most of all, you want to take them to the Bob Marley Museum. Definitely. And you want to take them hiking up in the mountains to see the old sugarcane factories and help them back, y'all. Back, y'all. Somebody's trying to phone call does that. I don't know who it was. The volume will come back. My phone has been ringing all day long. People are trying to call me. My daughters is calling. My grandson called. I'm not talking right now. I'm doing a live stream. So somebody's... And when the screen goes black like that, you all can still see me, but it goes black because it says somebody's calling. But I ignore the call. They can call back later. But I'm glad everybody's here. Sometimes the volume will go down because people are calling. I know. Everybody's calling Miss Ruby. I got a feeling it's probably some more of my cousins, Ruby. They probably saying, oh, she brought y'all some food. I'm going to tell her bring me some food next week. I know that's probably what it is. But I already got it set up. I got to go out and buy a wagon so I can put all that food in a wagon and take it from door to door. Because I know who needs it. Yeah, I know who needs it. I've already had a grandson to come by. He wanted prayer. He wanted us to pray with him because he's got a son that's saying He don't like his life. He's not happy. He don't want to live like this. He'd rather be dead. And I'm like, no, he didn't say that. And his son is only 10 years old. So I said, okay, we're going to pray right now. So I pray, I petition Jehovah. Because 10 years old has no business saying they want to die. What's so boring in life that makes a child say something like that? It's either video games, buddies, they're being bullied, or is it what you call growing pains, puberty? And some kids mature faster than others. And they start going through this change in their bodies. When you becoming from a kid to a teenager, you're noticing things about your body, about the way you think, about your perception of things, the way you see girls, the way you see boys, the way mom looks, the way dads look, grandma, grandpa, cousins. Everything's beginning to change. But here's the thing. You got to be open and honest and go to mom or grandpa or grandma and say, look, we need to talk. I'm going through this. So my grandson said, his son came to him and said, Pop, we need to talk. I'm bored with life. I don't like my life. I'm not happy. I wish I can die. He opened up and told his dad how he feels. Now they're going to therapy Monday. But right now, he went and got his son. They're going to go to a park. They're going to start journaling. And each one going to have a chance to say how they feel. He's going to talk to his son and say, okay, now you tell me how you feel. And his son got a best friend. You open up, tell me how you feel, what you going through, why you feel. Open up, talk about it. That's what they're doing now. It's good to talk about it. Yeah, I wish I can be there in popular demand for counseling some of these young people. They really need us, Ruby. They need the truth. And I had my grandson in the truth, but Papa pulled him away. And I told him, I said, if you need me, you call me. Because I will have him going back to the Kingdom Hall with me. He will get with the other little boys in the Kingdom Hall. He will see what they do. He will be on the school. He will give talks. He will be so busy, he won't have time to say, I'm bored. Just release him to me. Okay, Grandma, I got to think about it. Okay. Okay. But I told my grandson, I said, there's a God up above looking down with tender love, tender compassion for us. He loves especially children. They don't even belong to us anymore. These children belongs to God. You got to turn them over in God's hands. Release them to God and say, God, here's my child. He's yours now. He will help you raise your child. The God up above, people might not believe this, he will help you raise your children. He helped me with mine. He will help you raise your children. 25? Oh, bless your heart. Wow. If I was 25, Gamer, I'd probably be in Egypt right about now or in Dubai. I don't know. I wish I was. But thank you so much for that. Yes, I have a grandson. Yes, I do. Me and Papa was grandparents. Yeah. My husband loved it too. Because he would take up time with all the boys and I would take up time with all the girls. And I had to teach him how to sew, how to knit, how to crochet, how to be a lady, how to always put God first in your life. I taught them how to give talks on the school. I taught them how to go door to door and share Bible scripture with people. All of my grandchildren know Jehovah God. They do. But as they got older, they went their own way. So, yes, I do have children, grandchildren. Yes, I try to be a good grandma. And I try to instill what my mom and my grandma taught me. Always teach your children the Bible. Teach them the Bible. Teach them to pray. because the devil, he works on the minds of children. Watch their video games. Watch what they watch on TV. Listen to the conversations when they talk with their friends. No red flags when you hear and see them. Lure your children away from that. Bad company. Bad children try to mingle with good children so they can lure them out. But, hey, Eric. That's right. I don't show photos. Hey, Eric. Thank you for the roses, Eric. You made it back. Howdy ho, Captain. Welcome back, Captain. Captain is back. Captain is back in the house. He back in the chat. Yep, that's Captain. Yes, sir, Captain. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming, Captain. And thank you for the beautiful roses. Aren't they beautiful? I can just imagine them in a vase. All those red, pure red roses in a vase. That was so pretty. That is so pretty. There's nothing like a dozen of roses. SARS. He didn't forget about you, SARS. Ah, that's Eric. My favorite flowers is roses. I love roses. Yeah, I love roses. I like red roses too. They're my favorite. Yeah, but I've seen some of the most beautiful roses you ever want to see. They're at a place called Farmer's Market. They have the yellow roses. They have white roses. They have pink roses. But out of all those roses, I noticed the red roses. And then I seen the red birds. And they were sitting among the red roses. And all of a sudden, all out of the blue, this elderly man, he walks up to him and he takes some scissors and clip one. And he walks over there and hands me a red rose. And I'm like, oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. And he said, you deserve it. Because I'm looking at the way you admire those roses. I said, I love roses. I said, but when I saw that bird, my eye, he said, I noticed that. You love birds. I said, yes, I do. I love birds of all kinds. I said, if I ever see one on the street, I'm going to take it and bury it and give it a funeral. He said, you're an animal lover. You're a nature lover. I said, I most certainly am. I'm a nature lover. That's an experience. Yes, it is. You love all flowers, arrange flowers, and make bouquet. Okay. Thank you. If I ever have a garden, it's going to be vegetables over here and flowers over there. So I can go out and pluck fresh flowers to put in a vase and put in the house every week. Fresh. You just have to open up the inside and take the little inside out, because that's the pollen. And you want to take that out. And you want to just distribute that. But fresh flowers in your house every week, it just does something to you. It makes your house feel warm and comfortable and cozy and ladylike, you know. Even with a family, on a table or a countertop or the fireplace, you want to just put a vase of fresh flowers. It does something for the aroma of your house. It makes your house feel fresh, smell fresh. Thank you for the thumbs up, Eric. On your second phone, too? Oh, good. Wow. I got 9 thumbs up. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, flowers do. They make your house feel nice and look nice. It does. Especially when you pull the curtains back and then you see the birds outside. And seem like they come right to your window. Like, where are you, Miss Ruby? Tweet, 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 tweet. And I'm like, you all, they miss me. The birds miss me. If I go out in the backyard, birds that come from nowhere. I see the little yellow finches. I see the red birds, the doves, and they just land on little stuff. And I say, Mama, these birds miss me. Whenever I go outside, they come around. You'd be surprised the birds that come around when I come outside. But I think what they're doing is waiting for me to feed them. But I can't because... Hi, Miranda Road. Thank you for coming back. Snakes. I saw a big, long, black snake. It had a white belly. And I seen the little bitty, small, brown snakes. I think they're called water moccasins. They're out there in our backyard. I've seen 2 little ones and 1 long black snake with a white belly. So the guy's supposed to come and cut the grass today. And we got snake repellent we got to put down. See, about 500 feet behind this house is a pond. That's why we got snakes. I know, Eric. You know what? I'm trying to get myself back into that. Where you live, there's a jungle near 10 kilometers far. So in your colony, there may be plants and trees and a variety of different flowering plants. You can pluck flowers anytime. But be careful. You're close to the jungle now. You know there's snakes. Be careful. And right here in America, certain parts of the woods, the forest, we have monkeys. They bite. So be careful. All over America, we got snakes. For some reason, we got snakes. And we have these huge spiders. And we have mosquitoes, especially back there. But the government sprays and protects us a lot. But people still kind of get sick, you know. They mostly get fever. They get fever here in America. Hi, April. Oh, thank you. Hi, Danny. My best friend lived in my old neighborhood. Name was Danny. He was my best friend. I like that name, Danny. Hi, Danny. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There are giant snakes came and they go down without disturbing us. Well, that's good because you all have the black mamba over there. I heard about those snakes. They'll steal your chickens and your little animals. And the biggest snakes we got over here is the copperhead. Well, we don't have cobras, but we got copperheads. They're very poisonous. You were just scrolling and you saw, and I was like, wow, she's so pretty. Oh, thank you, April. Thank you. I like the compliment. Thank you. Thank you. This is a family channel, Miss Ruby's _Exploring Life. You're always welcome, sweetie. Always. Eric is about to talk me into doing a live every day, but I'm so busy. I work and I take care of my elderly mom, and I just bought a new house, and it's a tiny house, but I love it. Ruby Gems encouraged me to go for it, and I did, and I got it. And I'm just overwhelmed, and I'm about to move in it slowly but surely. I'm moving stuff out of my room in my mom's house into my own place. I don't want to go out there and be lonely, but I'll come back in here sometimes. But it's nice to have your own. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I goes out there sometimes and I sit all day long. And I put my phone up so I can watch TV. And I'm like, So this is what it's like to be out on your own again. Because I've lived here for 2 years. And I goes to Charlotte and live with my daughter. Sometimes I'll stay down there a whole week. And I come up here and stay because I like to work. My job is like in between Charlotte and Greensboro. So either way, I got to go down the highway. So sometimes I go straight to Salisbury or back this way. Now the campgrounds I want to go to is in Charlotte. So I had one in May, but I changed and I booked it for the end of June. So I can go stay in a campground for about 3 days and just kind of relax. You notice that your grandchild have great grandmother, and you're so lucky. Wish I also had sweet family like you, Mama. Oh, that's so sweet. But you do just appreciate the family you have, because some of the kids out here on the street don't have no family. And the family that you do have, appreciate them. Be grateful for what we already have. Just be grateful. And then ask God to give you what you need. Ask Him to give you a type of family that's real close-knit, you know. Eric. Oh, the Sarge, you make me feel like I have a family. Oh, we all are family, Eric. And you captain. You're the captain of the whole family. Eric runs the whole ship, Gamer. He runs things. He's the captain. Yes, cherish them every day. Yeah, always love your family, because one day you might look up and they're gone. So love them, regardless of who you have. Love them and appreciate what you have and what you get, because God reads the heart. He knows what you need, and one day He's going to give you that, because He knows what's in your heart. He knows that's what you desire. He's going to give it to you. And then ask Him, can you please give me my own place? Can you give me a car? Can you give me a good job? Can you help me get a good education so I can have a career? Ask Him. He said, we have not because we ask not. Ask Him. Whatever you ask in His will, He'll give it to you. In the name of His Son, Christ Jesus. Just ask God according to His will. Just ask Him. That's all I do is ask. And then I say, well, I worry about this, I worry about that. Right. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Oh, Eric's been here with me for a minute since, last year. These guys have been here with me, Gamer, since last year. Even when my channel was suspended, they hung in there. They sent me flowers, messages, everything through YouTube Studio. They hung in there with me because I was just about to give up. I was crying, boo-hoo, and everything. They kept saying, hang in there, Miss Ruby. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. We're hanging there. We're waiting for you. That was so encouraging. That was like telling me, don't you dare give up, girl. Don't you dare. And I'm like, well, let me just get somewhere and just sit down anyway. I'm growing old. I'm useless. I don't have anything to do. I've been thrown on the back burner. Let me just go sit out in the backyard and get me a rocking chair. But then reading all these little messages on YouTube Studio. Miss Ruby, where are you? Come back. Miss Ruby, we miss you. Here are some flowers. Here's some hearts. We're praying for you, Miss Ruby. Come back. I said, okay, let me do this. Let me just do this. Let me just do what I got to do and just keep asking them, what can I do to get back on live stream? I think I had to wait about 3 months. And it was because of copyright, some music. But now all my videos don't have any music. Some people got music in their videos, but it was just something about music in my videos. It was a problem. So I don't know if I used the wrong type of music or I used it too often. I don't. It's just music pops up sometimes when you're trying to upload and edit a video. So when that happens, I just overlook it and just edit my videos. I don't even think about the music. And I'm doing okay like that. So I'm still here thanks to my YouTube chat. They encouraged me a lot. You didn't have to ask him to give Miss Ruby to SARS. Now he's a part of the family. Oh, okay. Okay, he's a part of the family. Yes, Nakasha Game, and then you're part of the family. Good, you're part of the family. Yes. Every time I give a live, you'll see a notification, or I'll do an earlier video. Sometimes I just say, let me just go and see if anybody gonna show up. Believe it or not, people show up. I'm like, what? I don't believe this. This is amazing to me. I can't believe this. It's like when I go outside and all of a sudden I look around, here come all these little birds. I'm like, where did y'all come from? They looking for me to feed them. I know. But I got a secret. There's a little side street on the side of my house, my mom's house. I got me a handful of bird seeds. I went out there on that little street, sold all those little bird seeds. I had to feed my babies. I had to feed them. I had to do it. I had to. Oh, thank you, Gamer. Thank you. Thank you. I like chatting with people, too. I do this all the time. I don't do it as much as I used to because I've taken on a lot more responsibility. But as soon as we get a caregiver in, I'll have more free time. And eventually by June, July, I'll be outside in my own little place. So I'll probably be doing videos from there. I got to get this lamp. I got 2 more bins of clothes and food. And my plants, my heater, my table, I got some stuff to get. That's a cooling unit. But I got a storage down the street. I'm going to put all of that in there, stack it up in there. And I'm going to clean everything out of this room. Except for the bed. I'm going to leave that and the fireplace and the fridge. I'm taking my plants and my clocks. But I'm about to clean everything out of here. It's going to be like an empty room with just a bed and a fireplace and not the TV, and a fridge. It's going to be like a room that company comes and stay in. Because all my stuff is going in my little house. Because I'm going to spend most of my time out there. Your dad feeds cows and dogs every day since 20 years daily. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, I got neighbors that got chickens. Yeah, and you can hear them, the roosters early in the mornings. And I can go out in the yard and look up there and I can see chickens. But when what in the world was that? I just heard something sound like a fox. You know how they yap? Like that little yak, 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 yak sound. And guess what? Ruby Jim, guess what? It's living in our backyard. Some gooselings. They're trying to roost back there because they're trying to run from the foxes. Foxes is hanging out back there in the woods. So, and I just heard one, and I know they're back there. Some little gray foxes, but they're rabid. I have to be careful. It finally stopped. It rained this morning, and it stopped. And it's about 2:52 p.m. here. So that's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's about 8 over there in London, in Africa. And in India, I don't know. What time is it over there, Gamer? Are y'all closer to, well, y'all, no, that's across the sea. So the timing might be along with London. It rained this morning, but it finally stopped. Oh, it's in the morning over there. It's already nighttime. You're not sleepy? Wow, I didn't know that. So it's 10 o'clock in Kenya, and it's 10:30 in Kenya. So it's almost 12:30 in India. So India is 2 hours ahead of Kenya. Okay, so you all must be closer to the East Africa. West Africa is closer to London. Yeah, it's a habit to stay awake to 2 a.m. Okay, I work at night, so I'd be up too. So I told Ruby I used to go to work at 7 in the afternoon and get right on live and talk to people until I got sleepy because I would be bored. And I couldn't find nothing real good on TV. So I would talk to people to 10, 11, 12. Sometimes if I go in at 11 and I lay on this little chair and I can't get to sleep, I go live. And people come in, and there be a lot of people from Pakistan and India. And they come in South Africa. They come in and talk. And I say, I can't sleep. And they say, well, talk. Let's chat. And then about 2 o'clock, they say that I go to sleep with the video. And I don't remember even falling asleep. Chatting puts you to sleep. Chatting used to put me to sleep when I was working at night. Now I work at night, but I go in at 11, not at 7. Because I used to go in at 7 to 7 in the morning. But I got tired, y'all. I got tired. I was so tired. It seemed like the little 2 days I had off, it's just, I couldn't do anything but sleep. I want to go camping. And I want to go to the beach. And I want to go up in the mountains this summer. I don't want to just work, eat, sleep. I got to move around. I don't have a companion. I don't have anybody. I got my YouTube chat. And I just want to go places, and I want to take you all with me on my phone. You all are going to be right there with me. Trust me. When I go down the highway, I'm going to have my live on. So if anybody stop me or pull, y'all going to see. Just like some certain people been doing the things right here in the village, following me around. I put it on you. I put it all over social media and let them know who these people are, because it's like haters hating because I bought a house. And I'm not supposed to be able to buy anything. I'm black. I'm in America. We're supposed to be down low. We don't supposed to be up. And certain times when you buy certain things, there are groups of people that will actually try to intimidate you. I had to report it to the sheriff department that they were hounding me. And now the police are out watching them, because what they're doing is illegal. And I'm a woman. And I mind my own business. And I work. So why are you taunting me? And the police said, haters, envious people, jealous people. But he said, but don't show no fear. Just keep going. Live your life. You have the right to do what you have to do. He said if their credit wasn't so bad, they could do things like that. But my credit is not that bad. And one thing I do is try to pay off my credit cards. And some of them are getting to the point where after 7 years, they file bankrupt. And the bankrupt pays the bill you owe. They don't pay all that interest. That interest is just a loss. And the interest that you were supposed to pay goes in their pocket anyway. So they just lost their interest. But the bill was paid. So I don't know what is it, whether they are investors or they lost their interest and they're angry. But in North Carolina, there are over 1 million people live in this country. And in just about every neighborhood, somebody has a camper or a car or a boat. So you mean to tell me you're going to do that to every person that purchased something new? No, they try to pick on the weak. Like the sheriff told me, they tried to, but they didn't know I had sense enough to put it all over social media, and I reported it to the sheriff department. So now somebody else is stalking the stalker. Now I get emails from the sheriff department say, okay, we got one young man that was following you around. He got pulled. He got charged for stalking. And come to find out, he was an investor that invested money in a company that I had a credit card with. And they only paid them back their bill. They didn't make any interest. So he's angry because he didn't make any extra money off Miss Ruby. What kind of... What? That's business stuff. I don't know nothing about that. That's consumer stuff. I guess that's how business people get rich. The rich get richer and the poor get poor. But see, what they fail to realize, the God I serve, he's rich in houses and land and everything. He takes care of me and my bills. All I do is depend on him. Stay strong. Fight tenacious people to be strong so that no one can bully you. Wow. They actually made an arrest, Ruby. I got an email from the sheriff. They watched him follow me around all that day to work from work. It was a white guy, driving a white car, and he told them why. And they told him, well, he would be charged because I'm an elderly lady. They ain't got no business doing it. And I don't bother nobody, don't have a record, work every day, pay my taxes. And the police told him, you have no right to even do what you're doing. You don't have that right. So you're being charged for that. So hopefully he'll call his friends and let the rest of them know. We can't make her pay us that interest back. That's gone. We did get the money back that we invested in the company. Probably not all of it. But those are risk investors take when you invest in stocks and bonds in certain companies. Those are risks you take. And you all put out those credit cards. And of course we're going to use them. But we don't go over a certain limit. You know, they don't allow you to go over a certain limit. If you get a credit card for $5,000, the most you're going to get is probably $2,500. And the rest is interest. And the rest is you pay your $2,500 back. And they're going to get it out your taxes. Garnish your pay. You're going to pay that money back. Trust me, they got it out of my taxes. Because the money they take out of your taxes when you don't have any dependents, you're paying your money back. We're not ignorant to the fact that we know what the government is doing. They're getting their money back from you. Half of the hours you work, you only get paid for half of it. Because they say taxes. Taxes? No, you just taking my money. Plain and simple. You just taking what you want to take. Because I'm an American citizen. And that's the way greedy people do. But greedy people always get what they deserve. I get ready to say, I know it ain't raining again. I keep hearing something like rain. Ruby, you done brought rain to America. Ruby done brought rain to... Nah, I'm just such a creeper. I know. It's some weirdos here in this country. I'm telling y'all. And they're money crazy. They're money hungry. And they try to use people to feed off of them, to get money out of them. They lie, connive, steal, cheat. But that's not the way to be. If you want to live a good life, you got to practice honesty. And God will make sure you have a good life. But a lot of times, if you bring a brick home from where you work at every day to build your house, after about 20, 30 years, you got enough bricks to build your house. You build your house. You build your warehouse, your store. And then when you go inside your house to sit down and relax, you die. You don't even live to enjoy it because you did it dishonestly. God don't like ugly. He's not going to let you enjoy something that you destroyed somebody else's life so you can have a good life. He's not that kind of God. He's a God of love and power and wisdom. He doesn't agree with the wrong. He doesn't agree with you if you do something wrong so you can live good. Satan don't have to destroy it. God can just turn his back and things happen. And you don't want that. That's why he say pray constantly. We have to change our perception of the way we look at things. Always be kind. Always try to help somebody if you can. We don't know what tomorrow's not even promised. We got to live for today. Keep it in today. Karma is going to get good things to good people and bad things to bad people. Yep, you reap what you sow. And anytime you do bad things, it comes back to you. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. What you dish out comes right back to you. If you can't take it, don't dish it out. And one thing you don't do is steal from other people. Whether it be words, a heartfelt something, a condition, circumstances. You don't have to literally steal from somebody. You can just steal from them by the words you use or the things you do. You're stealing from people. You're tricking them into like this credit card stuff. These people are trying to trick people out of their homes, cars. Good evening, Kingsley. Welcome to the chat. Hello. Hi, welcome to the chat. Sometimes they trick people out of their homes and their cars. And they thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And they try to just tell people, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. They fix up their house, and then they turn around and say, well, you owe a big bill. You have to pay or you have to get out. They're doing people like that about these walk-in showers, fixing their gutters, fixing their windows. Because I know a man right up the street. They put in his windows, told him he had 30 days to pay $5,000. He paid some more contractors. They came and got all those windows out. He took them back to the company. They wasn't scratched, broke, cracked, or nothing. He took all those windows back. Lined them up, cleaned them up, put them back, took them back to the company. Now he owes the company nothing because he told the police that they were trying to take his home after 70 years. Beautiful home. And they tricked him and told him he can pay no interest for 1 year. After about 30 days, he got a bill in the mail for $5,000. He had those glasses removed. The neighbors around here had boarded up his house. And now he's got regular glass and fiberglass in all his windows. He lives in a downstairs, upstairs, and a third floor. He's got the biggest house in the whole neighborhood. He's been over here for many, many years. Everybody chipped in and helped him put windows back in his house. Now he's got a regular house. They put bars around his lower part of his house because he's an older man. He's about 80-something years old. And he's our neighbor. He's another Eric. He grows flowers, and when he sees you walking by, he gives you a rose. He's very friendly. He said he used to own the farm. He's a real old white man. Very friendly. He said he's not racist because when we first moved in this neighborhood years ago, he said his cows used to get out. Our dads would go catch his cows. His goats get out. We go catch his goats. We used to run and catch his chickens. He appreciated that. He said now all his children are gone to London. They went to school over there and they stayed. They liked London. I think he said one of his sons went to Germany. He's teaching. And a son in China, Japan. But his daughters are they got married and they're living in London. I forgot what part of London. But Mr. Green, he lives in that big old house by himself. His wife died. He's been taking in what you call these, not foster children, but children that comes from like a group home. The people that takes care of these children, they bring them there. He takes care of them. He's got what you call a housekeeper. He keeps them for the weekend and let them see what it's like to live in a nice house. Good meals, hot baths, comfortable rooms. He takes care of them, and he takes about 7 in almost every other weekend. And there are children with mental health issues or health issues. He takes them in, him and his nannies take care of them, and then they go back to their regular group home. He does that. And they pay him to do that. And he tells them he don't need anything, but he takes the money and he donates it to different churches to help charities. Thanks for the roses, Kingsley. He's a good-hearted man. That's the same way Eric is, gamer. Eric is our sergeant. Our captain. He's our captain. Yes. And me and Mama can go walking, and he'll walk up to us and give us a rose. And I'm like, oh, it's so sweet. But my mama's her mind is not that good. She keeps walking. But I said, thank you so much, Mr. Green. And he'll give you a nice compliment. He said, you're a beautiful little colored woman. I said, colored? I said, oh, okay, thank you. Colored? Well, anyway, he's old school. He still thinks we're colored. We're not colored. We're black, brown, whatever. But he say I'm a little colored girl. Oh, it tickles me, but anyway. If you hear him talk, you can tell he's been a farmer all his life, you know. He doesn't read and write that good, but the man got sitting on money. And the government gives him money to take in these kids, and he donates it. He gives it all away. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry about your dad. At a day in the village right now for burial arrangement. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do apologize about your dad. I'm so sorry to hear that. I will keep your family in my prayers. Hi, Philip. Listening, McKenya? Okay. Yeah, we feel bad for you, Kingsley. I know how it feels to lose a dad. I cried a lot when my pop died, too. And my mama cried most of all because that was her companion for over 60-something years. They had just celebrated their anniversary that first of the month, and then he passed away at the end of the month. And it just tore my mama heart out. It just tore her to pieces. And we had to be there for her. Oh, she screamed. Her long-lost companion. Boy, I tell you. When I seen my mom and dad, and I looked at all the years they stayed together no matter what, I just didn't think it was possible for people to stay together that long. But they were together 60-something years. Right here in this house. It was just like a little small house, and they rebuilt and added rooms, and they had a yard and gardens and sheds, and my dad had his tool shed and his guitar, his harmonica, and they planted trees and flowers, and everything is still growing just like my dad. So I know what it's like. He wanted to make sure that mama was going to be taken care of once he passed on. And he said, whatever y'all do, take care of your mama. He told us that. He said he's all tired and worn out. He's going home to rest. He told us. He sure did. Yeah. But one thing about it, we know he's in a better place. He's resting. His sins are forgiven. He will rise in the last day. And one thing about it, Kingsley, our pops is not suffering anymore. They're not suffering. They're not suffering. My dad used to like the drinks, so he had liver cancer. And he was a big 380-pound man. And he developed cancer 10 years before he died. And he came all the way down to about 98 pounds. But we took care of him. I didn't leave him wet. I made sure he had a shower every day. He had meals. He had snacks. I would take him out and about. He didn't have to just sit here and grow old. I took care of him. Trust me. I went all out my way, and I even gave him a little swig every now and then. He worked hard. He raised his family, took care of his family. He deserved it. Can you feel the pain? You've lost many of your loved ones. Yes, I lost my only son about 7 years ago. I thought I was going to die. But the YouTube chat kind of helped me out. Had so much sweet memories and just remembering them from heartbreaks. Yeah. When they came and told me that my son had just been killed in a car crash, I couldn't get to that site fast enough. I seen the blood. I seen where his body laid. I got his clothes, his shoes, whatever I could find that belonged to him. And I held on to it. It was mine. And they had to pry it out of my hands. But I got his ashes. I got his pictures. And I got a lot of stuff that belonged to my son. Please, anyone who wants to support special, financial support for the burial, it's been easy. It hasn't been easy. I spent so much. I'm so exhausted right now. Well, if anybody can help, they can, but I don't have anything right now. And I think my mom is waking up. I'm gonna have to end the live. Booba Gems, we'll talk later. I'm gonna have to go. Kingsley, I'll keep you in my prayers. Thank you so much for everybody for coming.